See, DeSantis thought he pulled the reverse Uno card, okay? He thought he won. He thought he got Disney by the balls. But actually, he didn't. He got finessed. Disney pulled the ultimate, you know what I'm saying, Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card ever in history. Like this is a great chess play. They finessed them so hard. Like I'm gonna tell you in this video. I'm gonna tell you how bad they finessed them. Okay. Um, I've well played Disney. That's all I can say. Well played Disney. Well played.
Let's get it. It's just lead.
It's your boy D.
I'm sorry. We're tuning in a homeroom with Smooth. Class is now in session.
All right, y'all. So I'd really appreciate it if y'all could like, comment, and subscribe to listen. So Disney versus DeSantis has actually been going on for quite some time, but it finally came to a head because DeSantis took away their special district status. He snatched it back. He voided the deal, and he took it. He took the special district privileges away, and he was setting up to have a new council put in. And this is in February, and he set up to do that on the or what's that earlier in March. I think it was actually earlier. It was actually earlier this month, last month in March. So he had it set up in March 8th or like 8th or 7th ish, right? For them to take over. So what happens is, beginning of March, right? So what happens is they're gonna take over on the 8th. I mean on the 9th, okay, because they passed the legislation or whatever. So they were gonna take over on the 9th. On the 8th or whatever, right? He on the 8th, they had their team still and the people that they've been working with, the council that they've been working with. So they passed a legislation, right? And this legislation is so crazy. This legislation all this came to a problem because Disney said they were very discouraged by the Don't Say Gay bill and were against him doing that, right? So they passed they passed some last minute agreements or whatever. The document states that its provisions will stand until 21 years after the death of the last survivor of the descendants of King Charles, King of England, living as of the date of this declaration. That means, okay, that means uh Harry and Meghan Markle's and Meghan Markle's child, like after he dies, 21 years from that. That's crazy. Okay, so what is that? What is that clause called? It's called a royal clause. Okay, of of this kind of clause, they're used to avoid rules in such places where against contracts which last in perpetuity. Um, the British royal family was chosen for the clauses because information about the family tree was readily available, but also because of the better health care available and longer life expectancy of a royal family member compared to non-royals. That's why that came into being. So I was wrong. In February, Florida state passed a bill to end the unusual status that allowed Disney World to govern itself. Under the status, Disney World had its own police, fire departments, planning powers, and some other public functions. The bill gave DeSantis the power to appoint the 5 members of the board that controls the government services of the Reedy Creek Special District. The board members were saying we're going to have to try and correct it or whatever because they're just barely finding out about it. They said it's a subversion to the will of the people. It's really not. And then because Disney said in their statement, all agreements signed between Disney and the district were appropriate and were discussed in approved open notice public forums in accordance with Florida's government in the Sunshine Law. Buckingham Palace declined to comment. Of course, Buckingham Palace declined to comment. They probably read that and bust out laughing. They bust out laughing because they're like, "We're going to Disney. They're going to Disney World, UK or London, whatever. whatever it is, or Paris, because I know there's multiple Disney World. They going to the other one, man. And that's pretty much the bulk of the story, man. I really, what was Disney? What I mean, what did DeSantis think was going to happen? He was just gonna just roll in there like the big guy, like he was just going to have victory. I mean, this is Disney we're talking about. Disney. We're not talking about any of these just run of the mill companies. We're talking Disney. Okay, they got control. And here's the thing: they bring in so much revenue for the state. It's stupid. Now, guess what? Now, guess what? Their utilities are now public utilities. Guess who no longer has to pay the bulk of the bill for the whole area? Disney. Disney gets to save mad money. Now, Florida taxpayers are going to have to pick up the slack on some of the bills, because Disney does not have to pay for a fire department. That's supposed to be ran by the city. I mean, by the city and state. They don't need to pay for their own police, fire department, emergency services. They don't need to. They don't need to pay for their own emergency services. Why? Because that's supposed to be provided by the city. Utilities, like lighting the light bulbs and stuff around there, they don't have to pay for it because that's the city. But Disney was paying for it all before. The ticket prices might come down for Disney World. Who knows? Who honestly knows? Now, you know what I'm saying? Like those waterways, y'all got to figure out what to do with their waterways. Once it's outside of their park grounds, that's on y'all. Y'all have to do everything now. Like all the extra stuff they were doing, the beautification stuff, like outside and all that. Yeah, y'all have to do it. And they don't have to do anything. They don't have to do anything because y'all are dumb. Y'all are dumb. This is stupid. To try and prove a point, you ran up the check on yourself. That's dumb. I've never heard of that before in my life. There's one more thing. There's one more thing that I really want to touch on with the Disney situation, and that's that this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen happen in politics over like something as frivolous as this don't say gay bill. That is a dumb law. That's a dumb law. It really is. It's a dumb law. It's a dumb law. And all you're doing, you're okay, DeSantis, listen. You're trying to run for president. Just stop doing all this extra foolishness. You don't need to. You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Clean up your act. Because all you're going to do is give people reasons to not like you. Do you know how much people love Disney World? You know how much people love Disney World? Like, bruh, stop it. Like, people love Disney. People love Disney World. All you're doing is going to make a bunch of Disney fans not like you. That's it. Like, just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't come at things that make people happy, okay? Don't, because a lot of people, they're working class people down there, and sometimes the little bit of joy that they get is them going to Disney World. Their little escape is going to Disney World. Just leave them alone. You could probably win an election. I wouldn't vote for you, but I'm just saying you'd probably be in better shape. But now you're just doing stuff. But anyway, y'all let me know in the comment section down below what y'all think of this and what y'all think of what happened with between them and between DeSantis and Disney, because I found that to be hilarious. It was one of the best chess. Excuse me. It was one of the best chess plays ever. I'm out.